Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Alpha Protocol. Ja, wir haben in der letzten Folge das Ausrüstungstraining, das Waffentraining und das Spionagetraining gemacht. Waren zumindest beim Spionagetraining und beim Ausrüstungstraining erfolgreich. Beim Waffentraining sah es da ein bisschen schlecht aus. Liegt aber auch daran, weil ich mit Gamepad zocke und das bin ich nicht ganz gewohnt. Wir müssen jetzt wir müssen eigentlich hier zum Verhörzimmer zurück. Mal schauen. Wir sind noch in unserem geilen Tauchanzug.
You guys must have spent a fortune on the TVs in this place.
You all done?
You tell me.
Now you're learning. I have to admit I was worried whether we'd be able to keep you here after you woke up in medical. You gave our staff a run for its money.
Maybe it's their training that's in question, not mine.
Fair enough. It'll be a good excuse to up the morning drills around here. Looks like you did well on the tech portion of the test. Very well. Past Darcy's bitching, there's some real compliments in here if you look at the numbers. Mina's report says you might need more practice on the gun range, but you're probably still shaking off the drugs we gave you.
I'm still brushing up on my skills. Mina's a good teacher. I just need to be a better student.
She is a good teacher. She has a good eye for potential. I'll let her know your thoughts. And here's a surprise, a positive evaluation from Parker. On the number side as usual. But he actually took the time to write a sentence.
He did? What was the sentence?
You may have been right about this one, Westridge. For Parker, that's high praise. Assuming you don't let us down, Mike. Looks like that's it for the physical evaluation. Now for the hard part. Tell me why you're here. Not everyone gets chosen for this line of work, but you volunteered. Usually we have to ask.
You ever had an intern position at a government agency?
I have.
Need I say more? All my exercise was moving papers from desk to desk. I'm here to do work, not sit back and manage it. I want to be out where the action is. I want to make a difference.
What makes you think you're ready? Because I tell you, we get a lot of recruits in here, and you're not convincing me.
My opinion isn't important. Yours is.
Not out in the field, and not when you're dealing directly with others. Then your opinion is all that counts. Beyond the guns, tech, and sneaking around in the dark, there's one last part of this job that nobody else here quite gets.
I'm listening.
Good, because listening is a large part of it. The way you talk to people, your attitude. That's what we're going to discuss now.
I'm not sure I understand. Is there something wrong with how I deal with people?
No, believe it or not, you're not here because you're a people person. You're here because your psych profile says you're skilled at manipulating others.
Was that a compliment?
You'll see. The way you project yourself definitely affects what people think of you, and your reputation with them.
So, this is a win friends and influence people lecture.
Hardly. Turning a friend into an enemy and vice versa, while both can have their positives. Sometimes you want to piss someone off so they can't think straight. Other times you want to build a strong rapport with someone and talk your way out of a bad situation. All depends on your objective. This goes for your handlers as well. We're going to be sending you into a lot of dangerous places, and your only backup is going to be who you're talking to on your headset. How you treat them is going to have an effect on the success of your mission.
So if I piss them off, I'm screwed?
No. A handler that likes you too much and puts emotions before the mission can be just as dangerous as one who resents you.
This is a long way of telling me that I should just act the way I want? And if I compromise an asset in the field by choosing the wrong path?
No, again, there are no bad choices. Just results. Over time, folks may hear about you and your attitude before they meet you. They may have a preconceived notion of how you're going to treat them, which can affect their reaction.
Well, maybe they should take the time to know the real me.
If only. Time's something no one seems to be able to spare, especially during a conversation. Although that can be a plus.
What, like stalling for time?
The clock doesn't stop when you're speaking to someone. So if you need to get your second win before a fight, making small talk can buy you time.
But if I'm running on adrenaline, won't chatting take me off my guard?
It can. So if you need to get to the point, act instead of fight. For example, If you don't think I have any more to teach you, then you could just say, I'm done with this. I wouldn't think any less of you. You seem to have the basics down.
Why wouldn't I just shoot someone instead of talking to them?
Sometimes it is better if you shoot first. Still, approaching someone to talk to them can allow you to get the drop on them if you get close enough to strike. Use it if you have to, if the conversation isn't going your way. Assuming there's even a way you want the conversation to go.
So how do I know how someone wants to be treated? At least enough to cooperate.
If that's what you want to do, pay attention to the clues in your environment. Sometimes people will have advice, and intel can help. But there's another way. Read much?
Yes, usually before I'm ordered to destroy the document.
There's a host of information out there through dossiers, email, and other documents that represent total research others have collected on a target, organization, or operation.
And what does that get me, exactly?
Sometimes you'll spot obvious triggers. People who don't respond well to smartasses, like me. Others who respect loyalty, duty, a professional approach. Others who don't have time for bullshit, and like it when you get to the point. But dossiers just don't contain psych information. They'll usually have combat information on your target as well. What side they favor, any past injuries, common weapons or tactics they use. Some of it blunt, some of it subtle. But if push comes to shove, it can give you an edge in combat. The more you've done your homework, the more vulnerable they'll be.
Makes sense to me. I'd rather get a firefight over with as quickly as possible.
Amen to that. Our records are complete, so use them when you have downtime.
You have dossiers on everyone here?
Yep, if you can dig them up. You might learn a few things. Sometimes reading a dossier will give you more options when dealing with others. A few facts to bring up, to shake secrets loose.
What about you?
You should already know what makes me happy, Mike, and what pisses me off.
How do I know when I have the go-ahead to start accessing files?
After meeting a target or hearing their name referenced by someone else, you should have a target ID. Then hop onto the database and start doing your homework. You can usually unlock their basic information at that point. Let's start with a simple one. Al-Samad. That should be familiar to you.
The terrorist group.
Yes, you can research groups as well as people. It doesn't carry the same benefits, but it can provide useful intel in the field. Talking to people about others is a good way to help gain dossier information. Sometimes people will have information on someone that can unlock a brand new thread in your computer search.
Okay, so I've suffered through your interrogation and know how to give one if need be. Am I ready or not?
We'll see. Meet me in the command center, and I can give you a proper mission briefing.
Good, because I'm sick of this room.
Trust me, Mike. If it was up to me, you'd never see this interrogation cell again.
Alter Vater, das war ein Haufen Informationen jetzt.
Recognize him?
That's Sheikh Ali Shahid, the voice of Al-Samad. They say he was responsible for shooting down that airliner in the Middle East.
Yeah, he got his hands on some prototype Halbeck technology. A missile with a multi-stage targeting system called Jacob's Ladder. That airliner was his first target.
Specs and shadiness of this whole thing aside, how did Shahid get his hands on that missile?
Missiles. He's got more. He stole them from Halbeck, and we need them back before he gets any more trigger-happy. Then we want you to kill him.
You know where he is?
No, but that'll be part of your mission in the Middle East. Find the missiles, then find him and take him out.
You don't want him taken alive?
If he cooperates, sure, bring him in. On the off chance he tries to kill you, then put a bullet in his head.
I'll put my years in charm school to use.
All right, then, pack your gear. You're heading to Saudi Arabia.
Not coming with me?
I'll be there in spirit, and on video and radio when needed, Agent.
And I just got here. Oh, well, I'm gonna miss this place.
I doubt it. I'll contact you when you reach Saudi Arabia.
Oh Mann, oh Mann. Das sind wirklich ein Haufen Informationen, vor allem wenn so, du musst dem Typen zuhören, du musst dich entscheiden und oben kommt noch ein Infotext, das ist ja ein bisschen zu viel. Greybox, erfüllte Ziele, EP durch Ziele, EP durch besiegte Gegner, EP durch Ausweichen, versteckte Beute gefunden. Das ist scheiße. Okay, erfüllte Ziele 8 von 18. Nachdem er in einer schwer bewachten Krankenstation erwacht war, wurde Agent Todd in einem strengen Screening unterzogen und vorher über den Test informiert worden sein. Nachdem ihm die Anlage kurz gezeigt worden war, wurde ihm aufgetragen, die Verwendung von Ausrüstung sowie Spionage und Infiltrationstaktiken um Waffennutzung zu trennen. Minatang bestätigte Agent Todd das bestehende Waffentrainings, gab ihn für den Feldeinsatz frei. Darcy bestätigte Agent Todd das bestehende Waffentrainings und gab ihn für den Feldeinsatz frei. Die psychologischen Bewertungen wurde von ENC Westridge vorgenommen. Agent Todd erfüllt die psychologische Profil für den Agent, den wir benötigen, um die vermissten Halbech-Raketen aufzuspielen und Scheich Ali Shahid auszuschalten. 9 Missionaten Wüstenspeer. Alles klar.
Care to explain how Halbeck lost its missiles?
Old news. An accounting error.
The missiles. You didn't lose them, did you?
Angry, Mr. Thornton? Because of what happened in Saudi Arabia.
Warum haben die uns das jetzt gezeigt?
Mike, can you read me? I'm getting lots of interference.
I made it to Saudi Arabia, sir. I'm at the safe house.
I guessed that much. See any shadowy agents in trench coats at the airport?
No, sir, I don't think so.
That was a joke, Mike. But stay on your toes anyway. Finding Shahid is your primary objective. Trouble is, we don't know his location. But we have 3 leads. An arms dealer, Nasri, is believed to have sold the missiles to Shahid, and he's currently operating in Saudi Arabia. If you can intercept him, maybe he can tell you where Shahid is, or guide you to the missiles.
Do we have anything else on Nasri?
Nothing more than what's in his dossier. If you can manage to make any contacts and find out more, we'd welcome it. We also tracked down the location of an airfield Shahid used in the past. If you can sneak in and plant a listening device, we may be able to track flight Shahid is using to move through Saudi Arabia.
And the third lead?
We've got the coordinates of an Al-Samad detention camp, also used as a stockpile for weapons. We suspect the missiles may be stored there.
Any backup, sir?
Just Darcy on the comm.
Any backup, sir?
Funny, Mike. Darcy's enough. We'll want you to go in alone, recon the area, and shut down their radar and communications. Once that's down, we can call in air support and hit the camp hard.
No pressure.
And no backup. Get used to it. It's the job. You check out your new home yet? It's got some perks you might be interested in.
Anything beyond the weapons locker?
Thought that might hold your attention.
It did? Anything else?
A computer with a hub connection so fast you'll feel like you're going back in time.
What, to the Stone Age? Please.
You can do dossier research, encrypted emails, and if need be, access some of the weapons dealers in the area. That'll be done on your own dime, however, using whatever funds you can find in Saudi Arabia.
I understand, sir. We wouldn't want Alpha Protocol tied to any weapons trafficking in the Middle East.
Exactly. The weapons locker you already found, help yourself to what's inside. Just be sure to choose the ammo and armor you think suits the mission. When you're ready to head out, just use the front door, or access the missions from the main terminal. I'll have already uploaded all the mission specs to your PDA. You can review them at any time.
Alright, so is that it?
Yeah.
Westridge. Great. Home sweet home.
Oh ja. Und das Ziel greift auf den Computer des Speicher des Unterschlupfes oder so. Ich werde mal ganz kurz nochmal. Ich werde ganz kurz eine Aufnahmepause machen, weil ich kurz was überprüfen muss. Bis gleich. So, da bin ich wieder. Oh, bisschen zu laut geredet. Ja, keine Ahnung, wir müssen. Ja, ihr wisst ja, es war ja eine ganz kurze Karte. So, Waffenschrank. Oh, was gibt's denn hier? Panzerung. Noch Panzerung, Freizeitkleidung. Ausdauer. Okay, wir haben ja Ausdauer, Geräuschdämpfung, weniger. Ach, wir nehmen die Nachpanzerung. Ja, haben wir nichts. Okay. Ach, warte mal, ich will noch Waffen. Was haben wir denn mit den Waffen? Ach ja, hier oben. Modelle will ich. Pistole. Ne, ich will eine Pistole. Haben wir einen Schalldämpfer? Ja. Ich sehe gar nichts. Auch nichts. Auch nichts. Zweiten Waffen würde ich gerne die Schrotflinte. Nee, ich würde gerne die Maschinenpistole haben. Auf die Entfernung. In der Nähe kann ich einen Nahkampf machen und auf mit der Pistole halt und auf die Entfernung halt mit der Maschinenpistole. Also zumindest, ja. Ich könnte das schlagen. Nein. Ja, begeben wir uns mal nach draußen. Stützpunkt verlassen. Warte mal. Ich will ja noch nicht raus. Da ging. Ich guck mich noch mal im Haus um. Ist nichts mehr. Wir passen ja irgendwie nach Saudi-Arabien mit unserem geilen Bart und Alex ist das unscharf. Seht ihr das, wenn ich die Kamera bewege? Oh Gott. Was hier? Auf Computer zu greifen. Also, öffne den Waffenschrank im Haus. Okay. Erstmal Pause machen. Hier kann ich irgendwas kaufen oder so. E-Mails. Schwarze Konten. Willkommen an Bord. Ich habe die bereits mit der E-Mail stößt sich nur gegen die Regeln, nach draußen zu gehen, sondern es wäre Sitzung durch nach Grönland, New York oder an irgendeinen anderen Arsch der Welt. Okay. Ach so. Ja, gehen wir mal nach draußen. Oder, nein, hier ist auch noch ein Raum. Mein Badezimmer. Sieht die Torten anpassen. Ach ja. Nee, ich lasse das schon. Der Bart, damit werden wir nicht so schnell erkannt. Der eigentlich heißt ja ohne Bart und wir haben einen Bart. Stimmt, wenn wir in woanders sind, muss ich mich unbedingt anpassen. Neue Mission verfügbar. Saudi-Arabien. Verwandt das Al-Shamat-Flugfeld. Unterstütze das Waffenlagern. Untersuche. Oder... Nee, ich will zuerst verwanzen. Verwanze das Al-Shamat-Flugfeld. Verwanze den Kontrollturm, um Shaheds Flugpunkt aufzuspielen. Handler Minateng. Ansehen eine Neutralität. Handlerbonus konstante Ermutigung aus Sauer plus 5. Berichte weisen darauf hin, dass Shahed ein Flugfeld östlich von Chisan benutzen könnte. Infiltriere das Flugfeld, lade die Flugprotokolle herunter und verschwinde wieder, ohne entdeckt zu werden. Für diese Mission verfügbare Informationen, 0 weitere Informationen im Laden. Mein Inventar haben wir schon angepasst. Clearinghouse nichts, weil ich aus dem...
Mike, enjoying Saudi Arabia? I've been keeping an eye on your mission.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think you're lucky. All I'm seeing are satellite images. Guess that'll have to do.
Okay.
Speaking of which, anything new on Shahid or the other leads?
Not much more at the moment. I know Parker and Darcy are trying to dig up as much as they can through contacts and surveillance, though. Anything come up you need my help with?
Ja.
So you've been with Alpha Protocol a while then?
Not as long as Westridge, and not nearly as long as Parker. This assignment with Shahid is probably the biggest one I've been involved in.
What other assignments have you been on?
I went undercover with Parker in Milan as a contractor for Halbeck. It's how we found out the missiles were gone in the first place. Although it was too late to stop Shahid. The incident with the airliner?
Well, we'll catch him this time. He won't get another chance.
I hope so. I feel like if we'd been a little quicker with analyzing the data...
Don't beat yourself up over it. What's done is done. Let's focus on the next step.
You're right. We're closing in on him, and it shouldn't be much longer.
Still, with Alpha Protocol, what I don't understand is why the United States would want to keep this operation secret. Don't they want Shahid captured?
I think it's the missiles that are the problem. Halbeck's a substantial government contractor. The fact the missiles were involved complicates things.
Complicates things. As in, they're a potential embarrassment to Halbeck?
I think that's a big part of it. U.S. weapons used to kill U.S. citizens wouldn't look good on a front page, even if the missiles were stolen. Alpha Protocol does a lot of operations like this. I don't know all of them, or all the names this program has had. It carries out missions without the knowledge of other U.S. agencies.
Sounds like it helps get the job done.
True enough. It allows us to move quickly when need be. The CIA, the NSA, most congressmen don't even have a clue this program exists. It's designed to prevent red tape. And if it's found out, it just gets buried and renamed.
Renamed? To Beta or Gamma Protocol?
No clue. Parker probably does. He's been here the longest. Whenever it's in danger of being exposed, it closes shop, and a new one opens up.
Interesting. I guess that's good to know. Wonder if I'd get a new name if Alpha Protocol shut down.
I don't know. We might get new names, new identities. Or fired.
This seems like a big assignment for a new hire. There must have been other candidates.
There were other candidates, including Darcy. But the recommendation was based on Parker, Westridge, and me. Although when I made my recommendation, it wasn't about Shahid. It was about the larger mission.
So why me?
Because I think when given a choice, you're going to choose the people of a country over the heads of state. And that's not a choice many people here would make in the same circumstances. Especially Darcy. To be fair to Darcy, though, he has family issues that prevent him from going. Notably his father. According to your dossier, your family isn't an issue.
Is that all I am to you? A dossier?
Until you arrived at Alpha Protocol, you were. Not anymore. I think you're someone who does what's right. And that's what I'm counting on.
Okay.
That's all I need. Thanks, Mina.
You got it. Call me if you need anything else.
Alles klar, das war jetzt schon wieder so viel. Dass ich wahrscheinlich 30 Kilometer.
Try not to alert the camp. If you do, we may lose our chance to find Shahid.
I'm inside.
Ja, das machen wir in der nächsten Folge. Leider, so viel leid. Bis dahin wünsche ich euch viel Spaß. Habt einen wundervollen Tag und ich würde mich freuen, wenn ihr morgen wieder einschalten würdet zu Let's Play Alpha Protocol. Tschüss.